So good morning. Thanks for joining me. So this would be kind of tutorial number 2 in the Mindset Eliminate Your Limits coaching section. And the idea is to give you an overview or an understanding of the second pillar that we teach. So as you come into the group, or you're in the group now, you can understand when we talk about pillar number 2, learn your language, and why that is. Make sure you go above and click on, if you haven't and you just skipped here, go to the second one and go to count your wins. And as we go through this, we'll start layering on each tutorial and we'll start putting them in here over time, so you can understand and kind of get ahead of the game and come back if you need a little bit of review. So today's that day, right? One of the most important of the pillars that we teach. It's kind of the day it all starts. And it's not about rebuilding, so to speak. And in a way it is. But we start taking apart the very foundation of what you think and know. And you start understanding this one statement that we'll teach. You don't know what you don't know. And learn your language is one of our 4 pillars. So it could be pillar 1, pillar 2, and we kind of just start differently depending on the coaching aspect of that. But for this version, this is our second pillar. And it's one of the most important mindset growth tools we offer to people. Okay? It's critical to your happiness, but I'm going to be honest, okay? It can suck, all right? And the fact is, we can walk an entire lifetime not knowing what we're saying to ourselves with negative, sabotaging, destructive, obstructive, and defeating language in our heads. And the funny part is, we don't even know it's there, okay? 95% of our subconscious brain is talking to us and we don't even know what it's saying, all right? So we want to bring awareness to that. So science shows us that we can have as many, and it's roughly 60,000 to 100,000 thoughts swirling through our mind per day. But only be truly conscious, okay, with conscious and subconscious brain, of a small percentage of those thoughts. So what we need to do in our pillar work is bring it forward so we can deconstruct it and then reconstruct your mindset. So essentially, what we like to call it, we have what we know is like this unconscious narrative from the subconscious, right? This narrative that plays in our head, and it stays with us all the time. And for the most part, that narrative repeats itself over and over every single day. So what's the suck part, right? Sometimes when we decide to become truly aware of that narrative, we face many things that we didn't want to face or we've buried. And that's mindset growth, right? We need to kind of open that door and face those type of things. Sometimes when we decide to become aware, we get scared or we get into a fearful state. And then when that happens, we're more afraid than we ever realized. We're more stuck than we realized. We're more angry than we realized. We're more sad than we realized. More worried than we realized. So bringing all real awareness to ourselves is an immensely important part of releasing us from the limits that have held us back from doing and having what we truly want in life, all right? How many times have you started a weight loss program and rebounded and gone back? How many times have you tried to improve your relationship only to fall back again? How many times have you tried to save money and come back again? So those are simple answers, but so let's give it a try right now. So let's think, what are you saying to yourself in the morning? Listen, I know this can be a vulnerable and new process, but that's the point, right? You have to start realizing you have to start realizing what you're saying to yourself and start releasing yourself from those former limitations, and being totally vulnerable with yourself is key. So what I want you to do is stop right now, just start writing your thoughts down and see what comes up, all right? It's actually as simple as that. You have to write them or type them or video and say them out loud like this. You can't just think them, All right, and that's super important. So every time on the board, we'll have a Learn Your Language post in the morning, or something similar as it goes on to get you aware, and we invite you to type in, or send them to me. Okay, send them to my private message me in the Facebook group, or send them to my phone number, which is pretty prevalent here, or you can email them to me. Okay. My cell phone, just to give it to you now, is 571-623-4084. All right? Use the board, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.